Good morning, it's Tristan here from ZebraInvest, and today I'm doing a video all about how to measure a kitchen. And the reason I'm doing this is so that if you're going to order a kitchen or design one at home or using an online website, you'll be able to order it accurately and get a great price on what you need to get it sent straight out to you. So what I'm going to do is I've got a tape measure and we're going to go around and measure everything in the kitchen. So I'm going to flip you around and show you how we do this. So here we are in my kitchen. I've got a rather small one, but for anyone and everyone, this is quite a good way to get started. I'll explain what we're going to be doing. So what we need to do is you obviously need to measure the length of your kitchen, you need to measure the width of your kitchen, and then once you've got those measurements, you're going to want to be able to get the size of every single obstacle or anything in that room. So what do I mean? So here we've got a little bit of an opening. So the first measurement that we would take, if we could, we would take the length of this wall into the corner. We'll then take that measurement all the way along this one into this corner, all the way here, and then here we can see we've got a nib that kind of returns, if you can just see it there. So we then measure the nib, and we're going to be drawing that out, and then this is actually loose on my one, so that's just where we've got a whole load of pipe work, and so we then can measure this. Then what we have here, as you can see, we've obviously got a windowsill, so you measure to where the window is. And the reason that's important is obviously here we've decided to put a sink in front of it, but you might want to rearrange the space, measure the width of the window, and then up into your corner. And again, measuring the side of the reveal, so then you know how wide the opening is. Once you've got all of those dimensions, you're not far off from being able to design a kitchen. The other bit you'll need to make sure is if you've got any item sitting on a wall, like a boiler, again, measure where it is in the room, how high it is off the ground, and how wide and how deep it is. And the reason it's important with the boiler to work out how wide or how deep it is sometimes you can get a cupboard or a unit that'll go around the outside of it. But you'll need to make sure that you can actually get the right size. So that's that. The other thing you'll need to measure is the height of the ceiling. If you measure the height of the ceiling, in here, I believe our ceiling heights are about 2.4 meters. But it's interesting though, because you can also buy wall units in a couple of different sizes. So when it comes down later down the line, if you've got a higher ceiling, you might be able to fit higher wall units in. So what I'll do is I'll quickly go around, measure up, and I'll show you how this will look at the end of it. So once you've measured up, you should have a drawing, something like this. Here you can see how wide my nib is. I've missed one measurement here, which I'll add on. How long the main run of the wall is. Then where it comes round, you can see where it comes down there. Hits that nib, goes around the corner. I've then put the boiler, how wide it is, deep it is, how tall it is. The only thing I have missed again is I've missed how high off the floor it is. And then I then put the window, how wide, high, how high off the floor it is, then how far the gap from the window to the main wall is. And then you will then have this bit here, there. And then once you've got all those measurements, you can then head over to a website like DIYkitchens.com, where they've got a web design and kitchen planner that you can use to be able to map out your kitchen, design how you want to lay it out, and then go from there. And once you've got through all of these, you can add all the design and the layout of the kitchen on it. And once you've sorted that out, you can then design the kitchen, work out what units you want, what doors you want, and from there it will give you a full list of all the materials that you need to be able to quote to get a kitchen. And also DIY Kitchens will give you a price at the same time.